What's up, survivors? Thank you all so much for the incredible support on the channel recently. It's been amazing to see our little community grow, and I hope it keeps going strong. I also want to wish you all a happy new year. May 2025 be full of success, fun, and great adventures for all of you. Remember, if you have any cool names for the dinos I've already tamed, or the ones I plan to tame today, drop them in the comments and I'll make sure to name them after your suggestions. Let's get started. So, in the last episode, we ended on what the game showed as Day 8, but that was actually a mistake. It was still Day 7. We're picking up exactly where we left off, and the first thing on our list today is to craft a bed. Why? Because if we die, we'll respawn all the way on another island, and that could complicate things a lot. Once we've got a bed ready, the plan is to gather resources with our Ankylosaurus to build several forges and a smithy for our base. Our old setup was too far from where we're living now, so it's time to upgrade. After some farming, we managed to craft 3 forges and a smithy, which we've stocked with a ton of metal. With that done, our main goal for today is to craft and start using cryopods. Of course, we'll also need a cryofridge to store them, so step 1 is crafting an electric generator. Since generators can only be made in a fabricator, we'll need to farm some resources first: crystal, spark powder, cementing paste, and oil.
I can't be certain when you'll find this slip.
We headed to a mountain for crystal, used the Ankylosaurus to gather flint for spark powder, and ventured into the snow biome for oil, which was much easier thanks to our Argentavis from the last episode. The hardest part, cementing paste. We needed a lot of chitin for it, so we had to take down a few turtles. But after all that, we finally crafted our fabricator. With the little oil we had left, we made some gasoline because we're definitely going to need a lot of it moving forward. We also managed to craft a saddle for the Rex I plan to tame later in this episode. Then, it was time to gather materials for the electric generator. The only thing we were missing was electronics, but we got lucky. A tech dino spawned on our island, and it was easy to take down with the Argentavis. We set up a small area outside the base for the generator, placed it, connected the cables, and everything was ready. Next, I headed to a nearby drop to craft cryopods and a cryofridge. Back at the base, I started storing dinos in the cryopods and placed the cryofridge . But I ran into a problem. The fridge wouldn't work. That's when I realized I forgot to craft an electrical outlet. In my rush, I ended up demolishing the fridge, thinking it might be a bug, and went back to craft another one. After figuring out my mistake, I finally built the outlet, connected the fridge, and everything worked perfectly. Pro tip, be careful with cryosickness. My ankylosaurus got it when I pulled it out of the pod. With everything running smoothly, it was time to hunt for a high-level Rex. On the way to the snow biome to gather more oil, I kept an eye out, but no luck finding one. However, I did spot a Carcharodontosaurus, which we might tame in a future episode. I marked its location and continued searching. Finally, I found 2 Rexes. Using my Argentavis, I lured them up a mountain where they got stuck. From there, it was easy to shoot tranquilizer arrows until one of them went down. After it fell asleep, I fed it kibble and waited for it to tame. We now have a super strong Rex at level 152. I put the saddle on and tested it against some stegos. This thing is an absolute beast. I wanted to tame another Rex to start preparing for bosses, but I ran out of trank arrows. That's when I realized I had tons of spoiled meat, but barely any narco berries. To solve this, I decided to tame a Brontosaurus for farming berries. Using the arrows I had left, I shot it from a cliff to stay safe. After a long battle, it finally went down. I gave it some berries, and with just one kibble, it tamed super quickly. Now, thanks to the Bronto, we have more than enough berries to craft a ton of narcotics for our next adventure. In the next episode, we'll focus on taming another Rex and maybe even some other dinos. That's it for today, survivors. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Leave your dino name suggestions and any recommendations in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode. Stay safe and keep surviving.